So first time being in Minnesota, it's pretty cold, but I'm starting to get used to it a little bit. I'm just really excited to play.
I think the venue's sick. We got to go there yesterday to scrim a little bit. I think Minnesota did a great job with the venue.
It's definitely above the standard I had for it. Not saying that I thought it was gonna be like the worst venue ever, but I've never been to actual Minnesota or anywhere near Minnesota.
Preparation going into this weekend was pretty intense. It's typical for a team to play 2 scrims a day. We started playing 3 basically every day for the past week, at least probably 2 weeks. And that third scrim would either be, hard point and search or another just respawn. So
I'm down. Oh, I'm down. One more front. Two more front. Front weak. Let me dark.
Is there anything you can do about
That's why
it?
I told him to just go though. I think just trying to go there since I was pitching with you was the right thing, but I don't know, you fucked up your jump or something?
Yeah, no, I fucked it up.
I think they saw you because of that.
I mean, it turned into like 8-hour days, 7 days a week at the facility we have.
Going home, watching VODs together or playing 10s on our own to just get extra practice in. And then basically just studying other teams that we can if they're streaming and stuff like that.
Just going over our mistakes a lot, trying to break down what works for us, what doesn't. So going into this weekend, gives ourselves the best chance to win these 2 matches.
We've been putting a lot of time because we've been struggling a little bit to start the year. But we're ready for this tournament and it should be a great event.
I think I'm expecting my team to do really well this event, just because, we've improved a lot, and I feel like we'll adapt really well to the new update.
If we play our best game and eliminate mistakes, which is kind of rare for us right now, we make a lot of mistakes, but if we can eliminate them, and when we do that, we have those clean maps, like we can compete with anyone.
One set right now. What time is it up? Before a match?
It's been like almost 5 or 6 months since we played our last LAN match, which is kind of like a big thing for us players because we've just been sitting at home. Kind of sucks because we would have had a tournament probably like 2 months ago and been able to practice and know how bad we were at certain actual game modes, because online is online and LAN are totally different.
Are you ready? Make some noise if you want to see these 2 teams on the stage right now.
First, we play Paris Legion. They're kind of like a weird team to me, and I haven't got to see them play enough.
Paris hasn't really scrimmed in North America too much. They spent some time over in Europe playing European teams, so a lot of teams don't really know what to expect from them.
So the moment I have been waiting for, of course, with the drama that's been happening behind OpTic Gaming. I want to see what these guys are going to give us today, because I think they're going to deliver the goods, fellas. I really do think so.
And I think many people want to see OpTic Gaming come out and just obliterate Paris Legion.
And Dash has got to stay alive in the back. He's able to take down Shocks, but it shouldn't be enough to give OpTic those back spawns.
For Paris Legion, the kill feed is all orange. You have them bottom of the power rankings. Boy, oh boy, were you wrong.
I thought we were going to go in and win that pretty convincingly, but that wasn't the case. They came out hot, won the first map. And then they won the search pretty convincingly.
Paris Legion with their backs against the wall. Quavo shuts down Shocks, and OpTic Gaming, a dominant search and destroy. That wasn't close, gents. That was just a bloodbath.
Expected to be at the very bottom. They have turned up so far in Minnesota.
OpTic Gaming now with the advantage. You have to deal with TJ, and TJ shuts the door in Paris Legion's face. OpTic Gaming force a game 5.
I think the determining factor against Paris was just the lack of knowledge of the spawn, to be honest, for us. If we just played it a little differently and got the same amount of kills, we would have maybe won the map because we would have gotten the better spawns.
He's read it, but not well enough. Paris Legion take it in 5.
Kind of got unlucky with the spawns. Can't really predict them unless they happen to you, so you know what to fix, but start trying to learn from it, but you just got to move on, to be honest. Move on to the next one.
To bounce back from the first series, we got in a room together to watch VODs.
That's what I'm saying. So they flip here, but I think it's just because Atlanta had no no caves, at all. At that point, we just knew we couldn't take any team lightly, because Paris was one of the teams where everybody thought they were probably the worst, but they showed that they weren't. We just shrugged that match off and just focused on our next one.
It's really hard in an event to switch up your game plan. I think we just kind of stuck to what we knew. We watched back a little of the Paris things, talked over a little bit, and tried to change like very, very minor things.
In real game time, when you guys are actually going hard and calling out, and there was 5 seconds left on that hill, that is hard.
It's hard to do. It's really hard. It's like, oh, it's 5 seconds left. You're assuming that it's responding like.
Coming up behind us, we got Chicago Huntsmen versus OpTic Gaming LA.
Minneapolis, make some noise. Everybody knows this is the battle we've all been waiting for. It's old versus new, representing LA. Give it up for OpTic Gaming.
So yeah, this year it's obviously a little different for me. Coming in last year, really hyped up player on OpTic, and then obviously ended up winning a championship and MVP, so I was getting a lot of love last year. And now this year it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's all gone, just because I do have a lot of loyal supporters. But there is obviously some disconnect from some of them, are just cheering on for them. They're just diehard fans, so they're obviously just booing us and stuff like that. But shout out to the real ones.
Slasher fired up by the haters, and today he's gonna need the support because they are going up against Chicago Huntsmen!
The Huntsmen and Scum coming into this, trying to just pound OpTic into the dirt, show they're a soulless brand, as Hector would say, and off to the races we go.
Off the break of the map, Envoy flips us, so it was like how we never knew that you could possibly do that. I mean, we knew of something like that, but how he executed it was kind of like a perfect scenario.
Envoy just runs right through the middle of the map, through mid-tunnel, and actually flips the spawns for Chicago.
Almost 30 seconds in, there's been absolutely no presence or pressure towards the hard point. Now maybe a chance for it. Here, so much history between these two teams, but at least within the first map, it looks to be all Huntsmen. That could be the final tick there, and Huntsmen, they take the map one behind brilliant cave control.
I feel like the Huntsmen really knew what they wanted to do on most hills when we didn't. They knew certain spawns. They actually knew spawns that we didn't know. So it's kind of more of like a lack of knowledge of the spawns thing again.
Piccadilly, search and destroy. Can they clutch up now down to a 1v1? Out comes flying Quavo, and Scump hits the shot. It's the 2v3 clutch. Now things get very, very interesting. The plant in, a kill for Gunless. Formal is going to fall though, 2 versus 4 now for the Huntsman. Slasher drops, Scump and Gunless, they come to take him down. Scump, once again, when you're down in numbers.
So we were kind of like out of luck going into the match. Like we just had the wrong game plan. And then S&D, we just were underprepared on that map compared to them. I think they had way better shots and stuff like that, which ours will get better with time.
It's 5 in a row for Scump. They got to work to the fuse, they can't get it done, and that is map 2.
The Chicago Huntsmen, they are comfortable in the lead right now, up 2-0.
Flags 10 and 17 for OpTic Gaming, but that'll be the half, a little over a 20-point advantage for Huntsmen.
OpTic Gaming know they're going to get in the B first.
Depending on how these next 30 seconds go, this could really be the game. OpTic has got to somehow withstand this moment. It is done! OpTic is done! Huntsmen take a convincing 3-0 and show who's on top!
Like, once you play something for 10 years, it's hard to break out of those habits. Like, I've been playing Call of Duty for a long time and have certain habits on how to play the game, and those have like applied to every single game except for this one. So it's just our game plan is not correct yet, is what I would say.
If we just work on our S&Ds, work on a few more strats, how we can hold bomb sites and stuff like that, we'll be a lot better against them for sure. So yeah, obviously we went 0-2, but then right after we had our fan signing, and seeing that many people turn out and supporting us was really humbling, especially now, just because obviously I've been on the old OpTic roster where we had fan lineups for hours, and just to see that with the new roster, it was packed.
Oh yeah, the fans at the signing I didn't expect the line to be that long. The fans who were at the signing were awesome to see. The support still is crazy, and appreciate all the fans coming out.
Shout out to all the fans that came out that's still supporting, even though we had a rough weekend, but we'll bounce back.
For the team moving forward, we just got to add more elements to our practice. I think that getting on every day and just playing and doing the same thing over and over and not seeing better results is basically insanity.
Like I said, it's a learning process, especially with the new game every year, and especially this year with like new spawn logic and stuff like that. So it's gonna take time, but I think if we keep at it, we'll figure it out.
game.